I just got out of the shower and I've come back here to complain because I haven't complained enough. I have to complain and talk shit for 2 years, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right. Uh, right now I'm feeling okay, but I'm not aggravated per se. I have a pretty good grasp on when what I'm feeling is my emotion or not. And usually I do that by I'm asking myself, has anything changed? And if, sorry, I gotta take I dropped it. Hold on. And if anything hasn't changed, I know that it's not my emotion I'm feeling. Because it's like, it's somebody else's emotion because I'm just very sensitive to energy. So that's usually what I do. I ask myself, has anything changed? And if nothing has changed, then no, it's not my emotion. I'm feeling somebody else's emotion right now. So right now, I think I could feel everybody is mad as fuck because I refuse to stop posting. I think that's the the vibe I'm getting, the emotion I'm feeling. It's not my emotion because nothing has really changed in my life. The only thing that has semi changed is that my sister left, but I'm not gonna talk to that bitch anyways. So fuck that bitch. Bye and good riddance. So that's the only thing that has changed in my life. My mom has always been a pick me weird bitch. My stepdad has always been evil and opportunistic. My grandpa, I really believed his mask, but now that I see that it's just a mask, I can't say I'm even surprised. Uh, sorry guys. I guess I should put another shirt on. But yeah. So I can't say that I'm even surprised, to be honest. Like, anyways, what was I talking about? One day, the same thing you guys are doing to me is going to happen to your child because it's universal law. You can't go around hurting people and hurting people and humiliating people and fighting people and thinking, damn, my life is gonna be perfect. All right, like I said, my mom chose to shame a random woman my dad was cheating on her with, and she's been punished her whole life. And that ain't gonna be me. Right? My grandma had to crawl on the floor literally so my mom could walk, so I could run. Bitch, I'm running right now, bitch. Any opportunity I get, I'm out. I be running. So I'm definitely a runner. I be running marathons even. So yeah, my grandma crawled so my mom could walk. She's still walking. I'm running, and one day my future daughter is gonna fly, and she's gonna live in a world where she doesn't have to be ashamed of being herself. Because for me, if I ever have kids, that is, because who knows, really, who knows? So yeah, my future daughter is gonna fly. She's gonna be a cyborg, and she's gonna fly. All right, because some of the stuff I went through as a child, nobody should like ashamed what I went through as a kid anymore. Because the reason I'm not ashamed is because I think it needs to be talked about how sometimes you grow up but you keep your childhood characteristics. Anybody who knows, if you abuse a mammal, they just keep some of their childhood characteristics. We're mammals, so asking me to be above an animal is not, it's like not comprehending in their head that like I'm strong because I've been through a lot, but I'm still a human being. So you know what I mean. So it's not like comprehending in their head that when stuff happens to you. I just think it needs to be talked about. There's no need to hide it. or feel ashamed about it, because boy, do they not care, and they're gonna be like, they're gonna talk about it anyway. So you might as well hear it from the person going experiencing its mouth. You know what I mean? Like, yes, mammals keep their younger characteristics if you abuse them. You know what I mean? So I don't really know what to tell these people, because sometimes they'll be like, well, have you tried not doing that because it makes me uncomfortable? And I'm kind of just like, like, okay, I'm sorry you're uncomfortable. Like that's what it's really giving. Like, all right, so if you're uncomfortable, just go. But no, you need to control everything around you. And I've already learned this lesson. The more you try to control your image, the more you try to control everything around you, the more you try to control people around you, is exactly why it will never fucking work out. Because you're too controlling. You know what I mean? And I also believe in, like, all right, so you guys are saying Hinduism is real and blah blah blah. So that means that the white people better need change right now, because it's like one day you're gonna literally be a slave, and you don't even want that. You don't want to be a slave. Your pride and your ego is too, like, your pride and your ego is too big, and you don't want to admit the truth. Which is sad, because if I were you, I would change. If I were you, I would not be hurting random innocent people. You know what I mean? But I'm not you. That's why I'm me. If I were you, I wouldn't be doing that. Yep. Like I said, now it's like they're trying to stop me from being in contact with my sister, because my mom is definitely not going to help me. She's trying to starve me in the house. Basically, I'm being narcissistically abused by the government because they don't want to pay out what they owe me. Basically, they want to pretend like my mom is helping me. Oh wow, I can't even see my card's number. Look what Apple is doing. They're not letting me see my card's number. They're not letting me, basically, sometimes my sister is in on it. So if I don't talk to her, um now it's saying a message of occurred, iCloud messages signed out. Apple, you ain't shit. And it's like, because I already learned this lesson, it's just too crazy. It's too crazy. Because it's like, the more you try to control people and try to hold somebody captive to use your phone, is how it's just not gonna fucking work out. You don't think any new innovation, the same person has done this? Like, look at the railroads. Now nobody even cares about railroads. You know what I mean? One day Apple is gonna be so fucking irrelevant. We're gonna be like, Apple, the fruit. So great name, because you're already marching your way to irrelevancy. Because it's like, if you kept your promise, what you promised people, that we could use our phone with Wi-Fi and we could text people who have an iPhone, you would still be relevant. But since you guys are hateful and you're trying so hard to hold on to your supremacy, it's never gonna work out. And you know why it's never gonna work out? Because the more you try to hold the more you try to hold onto something, is the more you're just not gonna have it. So it's like, it's actually kind of satisfying watching Apple fall, and watching Larry Ellison buy TikTok, and watching YouTube incorporate the same shit, the TikTok's algorithm into YouTube, and ruining YouTube and fucking up the vibe. It's actually kind of satisfying, because it's like, huh? You know what I mean? Like, ha. Yeah, look, I'm connected to Wi-Fi right now, but I still can't use my phone. They're trying to make my family trap me and trying to keep me in a conservatorship And even if they can admit why, and they're stalking me every day to try to retaliate on me. And if I react, guess what? They're gonna put me in a hospital, keep me there, and entrap me. They want to force me to be under house arrest, knowing I didn't do anything. And not only did I not do anything, they don't even care about the truth because they did it on purpose. They groomed me on purpose. They experimented on me and abused me on purpose. And it's like I already know I won because I know people are watching me and I know people know who I am. So even you guys trying to hold on to what you're doing is just making you seem like a animal, and that's exactly what you are. Because I know people already know the truth. I know I'm not alone. Like, you know what I mean? Because why would you be trying so hard to stop me from talking if I was alone? If I was really as irrelevant, you would let me use my phone and let me be irrelevant, but you're not doing that shit because you know I'm relevant. You know that there's people watching me. You know you're stealing money from me, and no matter how much time you fucking try to hold back and try to get me to stop using my phone and won't let me on YouTube, even though I'm connected to Wi-Fi, is exactly why you will fall, Apple, Amazon, YouTube, because you guys killed innovation. But you know what? I was actually very naive to think that people actually cared about children and that it was anything more than virtue signaling, because it's like no, a woman will date a drug dealer if he's cute enough or he provides enough. He'll date it. Emma, fucking Jeff Bezos, the devil himself reincarnated, probably has had mad women after him. Girls don't give a fuck about children or rape or anything. They care about babies. But as soon as the child starts talking, or the child starts having opinions, or the child starts, being their own person, guess what? They don't care about the child. They try to punish the child. They try to suppress the child. They try to be like, well, why did you make a mistake? Why were you 12 years old if you didn't want to be groomed? And it's like you can't really convince me anything. No, fucking Jeff Bezos knows what he's doing. He knows women don't care about being good, and he knows for real, like, it's just human psychology. Yes, they will abuse the next woman. Yes, they will. They will abuse the next woman. They don't care if you're fucking 12, 20, 18, 19. They will be abusing you for their boyfriend because they know their boyfriend would never give them attention if they don't abuse women. And most men are never gonna act right because why would they act right if they still get women and they still get everything they want by acting wrong? Why? Shit, you're gonna actually, matter of fact, you being the bad boy is gonna get you more women than you being a good guy, because you being a good guy means the woman could leave anytime she wants. So I really see it now. I see that my only two option as a woman is being with an aggressive man or being with a man who lies. And I don't want neither of them. Be a good person if he's getting everything he wants by being a bad person. You know what I mean? Why the fuck would Mark Zuckerberg protect children when he's getting more money by not protecting children? And it's not like any girls are gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna date him. They're not gonna be like, they're not gonna say that. You know what they're gonna say? They're gonna be like, well, he's 6 foot and he got money. So you can't tell me otherwise. He's 6 foot and he got money. So abusing children, shit, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look the other way. That's how they be. Like that, my fat ass nasty neighbor. She literally is gonna turn the other eye, knowing that her man is cheating on her, and she's gonna be like, well, he's handsome, so I didn't see anything. And I'm like, damn, I can't believe I ever even trusted these women. I'm ashamed to be a woman. Because it's like, no matter what you tell these bitches, they just be acting so confused. Like, they just be acting so fucking confused. Like, oh, my man, like, he rapes people. My man, well, he got money and he's 6 foot. Like, girl, I'm so disappointed in y'all. Because it's like, yeah, that's exactly why we never have any change. Because I personally, I've never seen a woman leave her husband after he cheated on her. I see, like, a few of them, barely. Let's really talk about it. For the most part, they stay, they harass the girl, and they're like, well, why are you young and pretty? Why are you young and pretty if you don't want my cheating husband? And like, because I'm young and pretty. So it's like, why? And it's like their husband be like, their husband, and I'm like, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure, sis? Sis, are you sure? Like, because I don't see it. And they'd be like, no, he's like rich and pretty. So it's like, yeah, we're never gonna get anything because nobody cares about being good. We're never gonna live in a good world. I mean, never say never. Shit. Maybe if I complain hard enough, somebody will hear me. But yeah, why the hell would you ever be good if I tell my mom, hey, like, this guy's not good for you, is she gonna leave the guy? No. She's gonna punish me for even telling her the truth. So are we gonna get anywhere, girls? No. We're not gonna get nowhere because I mean, maybe this is a naive way of thinking because when you ask them, like, why are you with this cheating man who's cheating on you every day, they'll be like, well, I need to pay my rent and you know, like, they just like, they come up with all the excuses in the world why they can't leave and why they need to be with a cheating, aggressive, abusive guy who hunts down young women. And they'll be like, well, so honestly, I still feel like even if we didn't have billionaires, these bitches would still be evil and out to get the next woman for being prettier than her. Because at least men are honest about it. They, like, that's how I feel. Because it's like, you never know. You never know when you might be too pretty. One day, you might just be too pretty. And I kind of see why people try to make themselves look ugly sometimes. And they be like, well, I don't want to be vain whole time. They just don't want to be attacked by the next bitch. The next ugly fat bitch. Because she knows her husband is cheating on her. But she's never going to leave. So she got to make it your problem now. Because you're single and pretty. Or it's really making me really disappointed in being a woman. Like, can't believe this, bro. Because it's like, no, Jeff Bezos is gonna keep killing children and attacking random people he don't know. Why? Because it's worked for him, and he got a wife doing that. So who am I to say, hey, what you're doing is wrong, when he has a whole wife and a bunch of people who still love him and respect him despite him killing and abusing children, allegedly. So at the end of, who knows, right? Yep, I'm disappointed to be a woman sometimes. I'm just like, cause who knows, bro? Who knows when the next fucking bitch has lost her entire life by having 3 children with a husband who don't respect her, might just randomly choose to target you because, hey, you look pretty today. And her husband dared to look at you or be nice to you. Whole time the fucking husband It's a squirrel. Fucking husband looking like a dog every day. Fucking husband don't even know how to wash his ass. And she's like, you want my man. Whole time her man fucking 50 years old, don't even know how to cook, clean, wash his ass, needs a woman to do everything for him, can't even think for himself, is gay on the low. So who knows, when the next bitch might just fucking be like, she thinks she better than us because you dared to do your makeup and you dared chose to have peace and you dare, and now her husband is looking at you because he's like, wow, she's at peace. And you know how men hate a woman at peace. Let's really talk about it. They're really mad at me and they're trying to take away my peace because they've never felt peace. They haven't suffered. They've just worked. And I do feel like once you slow down and you try to like have peace, you just go through a bunch of random shit. I'm telling you, there's something in the world that doesn't like people at rest, people at peace or something. Like, I'm telling you, bro. Because it's like you choose to be at peace and it's like a bunch of random shit starts happening. You choose to be at peace and the next random bitch is like, she don't deserve nothing. She hasn't worked for what she got. I've worked for what I got. It's like, sis, are you sure? Because the last thing I saw, you had a man driving you everywhere. You had a man paying for your stuff. Actually, what's really hard is being good to people. You choose to be good to people and they fucking hate you and they don't appreciate you and they steal all your idea and then they leave. So choosing to be good to people is actually harder than being a weird ass, bullying ass bitch. You know what I mean? Because you never know when the next man might be gay on the low and he hates a woman at rest. And he's like, how dare you be at rest as a woman? I'm a man and I have to work. And he might just start attacking you. Who knows? Who knows when the next person might be like, oh, you went through that as a child? Well, if I was your age as a child, even though I'm a completely different person with different family members and a different brain and a different look, I would have done this and you didn't do this, so you don't even deserve love. And you're like, so you're the same person as me? And then he'd be like, well, no, but if I were you, I would have done X, Y, and Z, and you didn't do that, so you don't deserve what you have. Bitch, who know when the next jealous ass, envious person might just be like, well, I know you're a different person, but you should have done this, this, and that. And you also can't cope this way, even though I'm not you, and I did not go through what you went through, and I didn't even. But me, even though I'm a whole completely different person, I should judge you for what you've been through and compare a trauma and be like, well, I went through something similar and I reacted this way. And whole time, the bitch ain't even you. And she's not even you. So at the end of the day, I might as well I'm not gonna lock myself indoor and cower in fear because it's like I could tell that's what you people want. You want me to just cower in fear and not go outside and hide myself because I'm beautiful and I don't have a child. And you know that you're fucking, instead of leaving your weird ass boyfriend who's hitting on children, you're just gonna be like, let me try to sabotage this girl for being too attractive instead of just leaving my boyfriend. I mean, he's gonna cheat on me and there's gonna always be a prettier woman, but this one is my target now. And when it happens, I'm about to target the other bitch. But for now, I'm about to target Vicky because she's the prettiest girl here. So who knows when the next fucking bitch might be pregnant and she's like, I don't even know who the baby daddy is, but I need this guy to be the baby daddy. So I'm gonna trap him and it's gonna be your problem. So it's like at the end of the day, bitch, I'm scared. Like because like at the end of the day, you never know. You never know who you're talking to, because who knows when you reject the next guy and he's in a gang and now he's having his whole gang stalk you and harass you because you said no to him. You never know, man. You never know, man. Who knows when the next bitch who's told me who's never left her hometown and she's the top bitch at her hometown and she don't even know anything. She's never even traveled and taken the lesser role. And now it's your problem because she thinks you're trying to take her away her crown whole time. This is your fifth or sixth neighborhood. This happened at whole time she's bitch number 3, number 4, and 5. It's like who knows when you might just move to a new town and she doesn't realize like, bro, I've met 5 other people like you. Trust me, you could keep this man because every town, every city I go to, there's a guy just like this. And this one, his ego is so big, and then the next one, his ego is bigger, and then the next one, he doesn't have that big of an ego, but he's around a bunch of narcs with big egos, and the next one, who knows? The next one, he wants to be in a polyamorous relationship, and you're monogamous, and now he fucking hates you for calling him out, and now he's trying to ruin your life because you don't want to sleep with him, his dog, his baby mama, his sister. Who knows? Who knows? Because at the end of the day, these people value something completely different than I do. They value group. And it's like I really see why people not want a two-party system, or like in sports they indoctrinate you, because if you're not part of the team, if you're not part of this team or the other team, you can't even be in the middle, because shit, you're in the third party, or you're a fucking Democrat or a Republican, because it's like you can't even be in the middle. Yep, children are such an underrepresented class. Some of the shit I went through at 12, 10, even earlier. I remember the first time as a woman, a man finding me attractive and way older than me. But now it's my problem. You know what I mean? And then so on and so forth. Who knows when the next manipulative man might be like, yeah, she's 15, but she wants me, so who knows? Who knows when the next person might, and it's so funny how fast things can change, because when I was a kid and I'm going through it, they're telling me, hey, go to therapy, it's a safe place. And now therapy is not even a safe place anymore. It's taken over by a bunch of manipulative ass people who thinks everybody is pretending like them. You know what I mean? That was like one of the last safe places for me. So who knows when the next fucking person who's been pretending their whole life is gonna come invade your safe space because they don't believe you need to be safe. And it's like, to be honest, I just feel like what happened to me is not even a rare phenomenon or anything. It's like, yeah, people who have been raped think about it a lot. People who have gone through stuff as a child retain some of their childhood characteristics. But you wouldn't know that because you don't fucking care. You don't care. Your whole life is about having more babies, forcing their teachers to take care of them, and you have no fucking sympathy for nobody else. Like, I was I was horrible to my teachers as a kid because my mom was working a lot. She was going through a lot. I was going through a lot. Did any of my teachers deserve that? One of them deserved it, but the others, no. The others did not deserve it. but they still had to take care of me because my mom is rejecting me because she doesn't have enough resources for me. I don't even blame her. I know she wasn't ready to have kids because she was like 20. She was like 20 when she had me and my sister, and my brother died. So that's a lot for a young woman to go through. I don't blame my mom. I just wish she would stop trying to force me to say she's a good mom by cooking and cleaning and withholding attention and food. But she ain't ever gonna stop because until I leave, because she needs to have her own life. You know what I mean? So now they don't really wanna give me money they owe me. They don't even want me to use my phone. They don't want me to talk about it. They want me to just suffer, right? Whole time it's like one day your kids are gonna go through the same thing because you don't actually have empathy. You would sooner try to call a young woman who is fucking 12 or 15 or 18 or 19 a slut than ever leave your weird ass boyfriend. That's who you people are. That's who you maggots are. Fuck your family value because you don't actually care about family values. Let's really talk about it because it's like the teachers, the therapists are the ones doing all the work. They're raising your children for you. All right. So it's just crazy. You could do so much work and then the next bitch might just come in where you're at and be like, well, I had to go to jail because I wasn't around safe people. So now you have to experience the same thing I experienced. You know what I mean? Who knows when the next nigga who got kicked out at 14 might come into your space and be like, well, I got kicked out, so you have to be homeless now too. Who knows? You never know. Mm, mm. You never know when the next hoodlum who had who spent his whole life selling drugs might be like, you're not treating me like a drug dealer, so now I gotta punish you because all my life people treated me like a drug dealer. And now your whole life is fucking ruined because you want to treat a person like a human being. Now your whole life is fucking ruined because you don't want to play the role of drug dealer. It's like, bro, I'm not scared of you, and I'm not gonna fucking cower in fear because you're a drug dealer. So you might as well just fucking kill me, bro, because you're not about to have me living in fear and shaking in my boots because you don't want to be treated like a human being. You want to feel like a good mom after you had 3 kids that are just running around. Now they're everyone else's problem. You can't even fucking feed them. You know. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I have done a lot of stuff, but I'm not here fighting bitches because my fucking 40-year-old boyfriend finds them attractive. So at the end of the day, how bad can I be? Yeah. Like I've seen enough. I feel like I've outgrown this neighborhood. It's like y'all could fucking have it. You're trying so hard to push me out of the neighborhood. You don't even understand that one day you're gonna be a stranger in a neighborhood too. You think you're gonna spend your whole life in Florida? No, that's exactly what happened to the people in New York. We all got priced out of our homes. That's what happens. That's what America does. You know what I mean? They price people out of their homes. So, and then it's like you can never handle it because you don't understand that everywhere you go there's a next top dog and the next top bitch you have to prove her yourself to. And it's like I don't want to fucking do that. I just want to be left alone. This is a free country. You know what I mean? You're trying to say, oh, the neighborhood watch. You need to stop because you have no idea what's going on. And the people in Florida are dummies. They're dumb, bro. I don't know how to explain it, but they're dumb. They're dumb. Anyways, if you really must hear it, when shit happens to you as a kid, you retain some of your childhood characteristics, like all mammals. Mammals don't cope differently. All right, stop fucking trying to tell people how to cope, and stop trying to fucking compare your trauma to another woman's trauma. How about that? They're never gonna do it. They're never gonna stop. So they don't get it. They're too busy trying to be top dog, and they don't fucking realize that one day you're not even really taking care of your child for real. You can't do everything on your own. You can't both work, cook, clean, teach. My grandma did that, and she died lonely for being too strong of a woman. And she didn't die around her kids, but my grandpa did. That's not gonna fucking be my life. So who knows when the next fucking bitch might think your life is too perfect and you don't deserve it. Whole time she's just meeting you today. She didn't even fucking know you from a can of paint. She didn't fucking know you as a kid. She didn't know you as a baby. She's not even gonna know you in the future. But right now you're too happy, so she's gonna take your happiness away. So who knows? You know, who knows when you don't validate somebody because he's tall and he's always been validated. Now he thinks you're the fucking problem instead of working on himself and being like, well, I guess not everybody has to say I'm tall and handsome, and now you're gonna be punished your whole life for it because you didn't call him tall and handsome. Who knows? Yeah. So I have to go put this tea in my fridge, but yeah, man. You never know when the next person might be a cop and or works for the CIA, and you don't make him feel like a cop, and you don't make him feel like the best detective in the world, and you hurt his little pride and you hurt his little ego. Now it's your problem. Who knows? You never know. You never know. Be aware, bitches. You never know the next time, you know, a man might come up to you, lie about not having a girlfriend, and now you're hunted down for the rest of your life because a man chose to lie. And guess what? Everybody gonna believe it, especially if you're pretty. Shit, everybody's gonna start believing it and gonna be like, well. And then when it turns out not to be true, guess what? They're gonna be like, oh my god, oh my god, who could have foreseen this coming? Like, yes, I tried to kill her. Yes, I talked about her every day. Yes, I gossiped and made up a bunch of rumors about her with my friends, but I could have never seen this coming. Like, it's like some of the shit I just went through as a kid. It's like you people deserve to fucking be punished for it, because it's like I don't like, and especially because I never went to school, nor do I just like, it's just something I say because school is just so much programming. So the fact that I never went to school, I just be so out of the fucking program, bitch. I be not reacting the way they want me to react because I'm programmed differently, and they either think I'm awkward, funny, or strange. They be thinking I'm like awkward or funny. Like sometimes I say something random and they all start laughing, and I can't, for real, I really don't even know what I said that was funny. I'm just being myself. Yesterday, I'm dancing and I see two girls talking about me, and then some of the guys start dancing, and that's like, for the life of me, I was like, I had to pause for. It's like, so a bitch can't randomly dance when she feels like dancing. Is that not okay to dance? It's like, I have a lot of energy in my body. A bitch wants to dance. I just want to. I do sometimes randomly break dance because because I'm never really that aware that people are watching me and I want to dance. So am I supposed to just not dance because you chose to watch me and now you think I'm too happy? I want to be happy. You know what I mean? Am I supposed to just not be at peace because you don't want me to be at peace? When I know I didn't do anything, that's strange. Y'all are strange people. I gotta go put my tea in the fridge. Anyways, you never know when the next drug dealer might just be like, you could see mozzarella. Yeah. Anyways, you never know when the next fucking person when the next drug dealer might come into your life, and you don't make him feel like enough of a drug dealer because you're too smiley and you're smiling in his face, and he might just try to kill you because all his life people have been scared of him, and you're smiling. So you never know. You never know. I had to laugh at the nigga Dave because it's like he was so funny, bro. He was so funny. He was like, "You're not my friend." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, "Okay." And he's like, "Yeah, that's what he kept saying." He kept trying to be like, "You're not my friend," and he didn't even realize that I was a human being. So you've never had a random person be nice to you. And I was like, dude, you have BPD. And then he kept trying to suddenly push it in there. Like, basically trying to be like, why do you want from me? And I was like, bro, I'm not gonna fuck you. So it's like, you never had a normal interaction with a woman. Nobody has ever just been nice to you, bro. Like, this is crazy. And not I'm the problem. Because this man has never had anybody just treat him like a person. This is sad. Now he's like, I don't want you. You're not my friend. Well, the only good thing about Dave is that he thought I was just trying to be his friend. Whole time I'm just a friendly ass bitch. I was like, all right, man. It did kind of hurt my feelings a little bit because I'm like, all right, so you don't want to be friends, but yeah, I'm not gonna stop being friendly. Like, I'm just not that girl because I see how people are in Florida. They mean mug you, and then if they want you, they're nice to you. But I'm just like the opposite. I'm nice to everybody, and then if I like them, I start being mean. Yeah. But if I don't like them, I'm pretty much nice, like or indifferent. The only time I'm really like mean is when I'm like angry, or if I'm trying to act like I don't like the person. But yeah, oh, that's crazy, man. And I also see that sometimes because men are not used to positive attention, they just think you're in love with them because you find them attractive or you like them. Like, so do people just go around and be like, "You're ugly" when you're a man? That's what I'm getting from this whole scenario. Like, when you're a man, people just go around and make fun of you. When you're a man, people either try to like sleep with you or call you ugly. I don't know. It don't even make sense to me. That's why they're all gay. Because the only person being nice to them, just willingly, is their homeboy. That's why they're all turning gay. Honestly, I think they all turned gay because they women were the ones in group and women were the one chilling. They got jealous of that because that's a man's favorite sport is jealousy. So they got jealous of the woman chilling and making bracelets and doing their hair. So they stole it and was like, "You go work now." And then the woman went working and they're like, "Wow, this is great. I get to work and make my own money. I don't even need a man." Now the whole human race is dying out and they're mad. It's like men just love to be mad. They just love to be mad. It's like, damn, you could be chill right now, but you're not because you're a man. Like, you could just chill and kiss and relax, but you're not because you're a man. Stop. Stop. Like, bro, we could have world peace and equality right now, but we never will because you're a man. And then we have the woman, the pygmies in the back, like, he's right. He's a man. Yeah, he cheat on me every day, but he a man. So yeah. Alright, let me stop. Because I know I'm pissing off a lot of people, but it's like, why is it okay for you to just come into my bubble and try to tell me what I deserve? And I can't tell you that you're a fucking shit bitch who wanna force people to tell them their trauma and then be like, oh, I don't feel bad for her. And trying to tell me how to fucking cope. And trying to tell me, well, you need to stop doing your makeup because it's vanity and we love Christianity. The whole time it's like, bro, the uglier you look, the more your man cheats on you, bro. I think that's why they're trying to push Christianity so hard because they realize, damn, when a woman is confident, she don't even want us. When a woman has her own job, she don't even want us. And now they're all gay, sitting around smoking. Like, who told you to do that? Nobody. But you guys wanted to switch places with women because you wanted to chill out. Now you're bored of chilling and you want to have children. And nobody fucking wants you. And then you have a bitch like me. But it's like, yeah, I might not have a job, but I'm not about to just sleep with you because you're a man. So now my mom is trying to kick me out, basically, so she could sex traffic me, so she could feel like a winner, and she could feel like, oh, well, I have a good man. He's a good man, Savannah. Yes, he told me to kick out my 2 children, and he cheated on me every chance he got, and he triangulated me with every woman that came across me, but he's a good man. What the fuck did he do that was so good? Chill and give her a little bit of attention. Yeah, man, it's definitely getting attention from the attention man. That's why they banned me from the dating apps, trying to talk about because I fought back. Basically, that's the real reason. But the other reason is so that they could set me up with who they want me to, and they could put a random beautiful man on my path. And it's like now it's like if I can't make a choice, I don't know if I'll do it because it's like I don't know. I don't trust men, bro. It's like every man that's come across my path is probably a fucking degenerate man. And no, degeneracy is not like watching porn or having a kink. I don't think that's true. I think that's natural. I think people who can think about what they want, even if it's violent or weird. It's the normal ones. I think the men who hide what they want is the problem. I miss my grandma, man. I wish she could have seen this, cause she was really unhappy with me before she died. And she said when she was younger, all she wanted to do was read and write, and she was mad at me because I didn't want to go to school. But now I realize I didn't do anything wrong. I've struggled with school and social interactions my whole life. I'm not enmeshed with my grandma, and yeah, I just realized I didn't do anything wrong. That was her dream. And it's sad that she didn't achieve it. I wish she had more support, but my family is so like weird and selfish. They can't fucking be embarrassed a day in their life. They hate embarrassment. They hate shame. I would have given her a hug and I would have told her, it's okay. Like, who cares? She never tried again after she failed. Um, like, every time I fail, I get up and I try again. I did eventually finish school because it's like, bro, I didn't go to any high school. Like, after 8th grade, I got perfect score, and my mom still didn't care because she was too busy trying to triangulate me with my sister. So I made all A's on my 9th grade report card, and then after my mom didn't care, I just didn't go to school anymore. But I finished my GED last year. I feel so proud of myself because I basically did that shit with no education. Bitch, I can't even tell you what I learned in high school. Can't tell you what I learned in middle school, but it's like I just remembered it somehow. It just almost feel eerie to see that how much people don't actually care about children, and they're still trying to blame me and trying to be like, well, you can erase your email. You're a you don't actually want to protect people. You just want to harm people and punish people because your parents punished you. You're fucking sad. You know what I mean? All of the people with more empathy when I was a kid were in New York, and they were all like doctors and cops and stuff. And they had more empathy. So it's like they really put me through mad psychological warfare right now because I was raped as a child and I was groomed as a child. Now they're trying to tell me, well, you shouldn't cope like this. You shouldn't do this whole time. They're literally setting up fire alarms every day. They're trying to get a bitch trafficked and kidnapped. They're stalking me. Like, sir, I don't fucking think I'm the problem here. Nope. Bitch, I'm at home watching My Little Pony with my dogs. Chill out, alright? Chill out. You're the person who needs help, but you never will. My mom needs help. She needs fucking help. She needs therapy. So she could stop competing with her $2. You probably watching right now, you need some fucking help. You need to stop. Call 1-800, get some fucking help, bitch. Alright? Because your thing is stalking people, harassing people, trying to make people feel inferior because you hate that people like themselves. You're weird. And it's like, you could have tried to punish me, but you can't because I didn't do anything wrong. So now you're still fucking going. Since I beat you out of your own fucking game. You definitely groomed me. These Jewish people definitely groomed me as a child. And they was expecting me to fall into the wrong path, but I didn't. And why didn't I do it? Because I really care for my dogs. And now that I'm here and I'm not a fucking prostitute and Even though I do have alters and multiple personalities, I'm still doing as okay as I can. Now they're mad at me. How? Maybe you should stop abusing children. And maybe you should fucking stop using the jail as a punishment. Right? And maybe you should fucking stop trying to use your fucking blinkers to make people not like themselves because you don't like yourself. And maybe you should fucking stop abusing dogs. And maybe you should stop because, yeah, it's like they've run out of people to abuse in jail. Like the jail system ain't working for them anymore. So guess what they gotta do now? They gotta hire the same fucking people they've been abusing and putting in jail to harass people who have been through so much. And I know not everybody is as strong as me. I know some people have definitely been way more hurt by something they trusted being infiltrated again by a bunch of fucking criminals and crooks who need supply. They don't want to go to therapy. They don't think nothing is wrong with them. And maybe they shouldn't go to therapy too. Because you know what? I would hate for you to go to therapy to find out how to abuse people even more. You know what I mean? Um, I have to cook. I cooked yesterday and I ate everything. So that's all I have to say about that. I can't wait to leave this shit. Whenever my environment is not the same, I feel a little bit agitated because I know I want to be alone and I generally don't feel safe here, but nobody wants me to feel safe. Why? Just because they don't like me. And guess what? I didn't even do nothing to them. And this definitely happened when I was a kid. And nothing even fucking happened. But because they're so fucking hateful and they wasted their whole life working, they'll never understand what it's like to be me. Shit. I'm glad I've been at peace. I'm glad I didn't have to go to school. I'm glad I stuck with therapy. I'm glad my therapist helped me. I'm even glad I came back home a little bit because at least I got to know who my mom and my sister is, and they ain't shit. Like I don't feel like I'm ever gonna do it again because you're not about to have me go through this again, through this much pain again. So as soon as I leave this shit, I'll never come back. For real. I'll never ever ever come back here because you really can't make this shit up. It's like you never know when the next fucking you say no to the next fucking drug dealer because his baby mama is pregnant. And now you're being harassed and stalked your whole fucking life because you didn't want to cheat with a man who needs you to triangulate a bitch he don't like but wants to control. Probably somebody with the money. Alright. It's so sad how you people treat pretty women. You guys want to trap me here so you could show like, look, I have money. Look, whole time, bitch, you ugly as fuck, you fat as fuck, and that's why your husband fucking cheats on you every day. So it's like, how much money could you have when you're buying your fucking husband a Lexus? How much money could you have when when you're paying your husband's rent while he chills on the couch and plays video games? And it's so funny because that was my sister's boyfriend. You know what's funny? We all dated the same man, bruh. That was my sister dated a man named Sakani. He used to do the same shit. Play video games. And me, I dated somebody the same way. I would say the only a little bit of boyfriend I kind of had that was okay was Javier, but he was still older than me, and that was never gonna work out. But he stood up for me. He always bought me food, but he still used me for money. I'm sorry, but this shit's sad as fuck. Like I'm done with men. I'm done with men, bro. Because it's like you're not. But it's like my mom. She don't even realize this is like her third boyfriend. She really thinks this man is the bee's knees. The whole time it's her third boyfriend, bro. Like shit's sad. I'm tired of being around that bitch. I'm tired of being enmeshed with her. I'm tired of being in her home so she could pretend to be a good mom. And I'm tired of fucking being in this neighborhood who would never have sympathy for me. Even though I was fucking 12 when this happened, and they have all the evidence in the fucking world, and they're still trying to make me feel sad and make me feel inferior. And the whole time it's like, because of universal law, this shit is gonna happen to you and your kids too, I bet. I will. It will happen to you and your kids too. Because I know I don't fucking deserve to be treated that way. I've done so much work. You guys are mad that your supply in the jail are running out. So now you gotta target fucking the people who's going to therapy. And it's like they're all looking fucking dumb as fuck because it's like, bro, nobody told you to break HIPAA. If you could not handle this much trauma that people went through, don't break HIPAA and let the people, the fucking therapists who are trained to deal with this, deal with it. But you never won because you want fucking power. That shit is sad, man. That shit is sad.